Today, as they have been for the last couple of days, students there mourning the death of one of their classmates, the loss of Laken Riley. Watch.
Laken, a caring, driven sister who taught us what a true friend is. Although the flowers in our house will fade, the visitors will slow, and we will begin classes again, our hearts will always ache without Laken, who was such an integral part of our sisterhood.
Statement from President Biden from the White House today, quote, "We would like to extend our deepest condolences to the family and loved ones of Laken Riley. People should be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law if they are found to be guilty," end quote. Donald Trump, the former president, current Republican frontrunner, saying this, quote, "Crooked Joe Biden's border invasion is destroying our country and killing our citizens. The horrible murder of 22-year-old Laken Riley at the University of Georgia should never have happened," end quote. Chris, it's reached now to the level of President Biden and Donald Trump weighing in.
Yeah, and you know, all murders are heartbreaking, right? There are no unsad murders, and obviously, when you have a murder that crosses over into this highly politicized, highly charged space, people are going to try to take advantage of it. And we saw how Donald Trump used the term that they use are the angel murder, angel families. The phrase they coined for families of people who were killed by illegal immigrants. Yep. It is effective messaging, and it does, whether it's cynical or not, it is effective, and it certainly puts Joe Biden on the defense.
What do you make of both the White House and the campaign today putting out statements?
They got to say something, right? But they haven't addressed the elephant in the room, which is the border policies. And again, Chris is absolutely right. You hate to almost talk politics about this because it's such a tremendous personal loss for this family. But that's what we do on the show. We talk politics, right? This is tough. This was foreseeable. Okay, how many times have we've seen people on this show talk about, well, there hasn't been a terrorist attack yet with anybody who's come across the southern border, or there hasn't been a high-profile murder yet. These things are going to happen if you let enough people in the country. It's just it's math, right? And it's got a tough place right now for the White House to be there tonight.
Yeah, but Mick, let's not talk about this, because I agree with you, but let's not talk about this in terms of Republicans against Democrats and it being the Democrats' fault, because if there's going to be blood on anybody's hands, it's blood on all the Democrats and the Republicans' hands, because Biden's first bill to the House of Representatives and the Senate was a border bill. And if you look at how both parties have conducted themselves, whether you agree with one or the other, they both failed the American people in shutting down this border. Biden, because he's moved kind of slow. Republicans, because they had a joint bill or a bipartisan bill, and they've rejected it. And they played politics and linked it to Ukraine and Jewish funding and what have you. And so this is nothing but politics. And so the rhetoric is offensive and disappointing, because we've got a dead young woman who should be alive, whether it was an illegal immigrant that killed her or some random person killing her. It's still a tragedy.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, here's what he said earlier today. Watch. He said, quote, "This is what we feared would happen because we have 8.5 million people that have come into the country illegally." Kelly.
I was actually just going to mention that because it's twofold. You know, obviously you want to keep the focus on this terrible thing that happened to this girl as she was just running on campus, and the Georgia governor saying that his own daughter goes there, his own daughter goes on that same trail and works out. So it's so sad. But then he also says the family is angry and wants answers. So they're also looking for a solution here, and then it becomes political with looking at how this happened, who was responsible, and what they do from here.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.